All right, what's up, YouTube? Let's chat a little bit today. We want to talk about training and maybe one reason why you don't see any results, why you are not making the progress you want, why you haven't built a athletic, lean, muscular, healthy, fit body that looks good on the outside and feels good and works properly and functions properly on the inside. That's what health is really all about. It's inside, outside, being able to do everything in life that you want to do without having to worry about all this diseases and heart issues or whatever else, especially like internally, and worry about getting injured all the time and worry about being able to do things like everyday tasks like climb the stairs or tie your shoes or play with the kids or grab that thing from the whatever that is from the top shelf. If I'm trying to grab my little Brett Favre guy up from the top shelf, hopefully I don't. Hopefully I'm able to do it. I'm able to reach that range of motion or whatever it is. And training, excuse me. We often think of training as a lot of people think, oh, that's just a hobby or that's just something you do. But let's take a look at all the other things in life, the necessities of what we need to live and thrive and be alive and function properly. So you need food, you need shelter, you need you need to breathe, you need water, you need money to purchase everything or currency, whatever. Maybe, I don't know, some places don't use money or whatever, something to buy or purchase or barter to get stuff. You need clothing. I mean, unless you live in somewhere where you don't need clothing all the time, but warm clothing, clothing for the summer or whatever it is. You need to sleep. You need friendship and family, that communication, that love, that affection, connection with people. I think these are all necessities that we all realize we need in life, and I think the majority of people focus on these as necessities to live. But what if we started focusing on training as a necessity, exercise as a necessity to live? Would you be more likely to do it, to be consistent with it, to have structure, to have a plan, to have fun, and actually make it a part of each and every day of your life and do it for days, weeks, months, years, and years and years for the rest of your life? I think that's a big thing of why people don't train, is because, or aren't consistent or aren't seeing results. It's because they don't think of training, or they don't prioritize training as a necessity, which I think it has to be. It should be. My life started to change when I started making training a necessity. I mean, I've been training, in my story, I've trained for a long time. Like, I don't know, probably, let's see, but I'm 35. Probably about 18 years or so. I mean, training from high school into college, and I even trained when training was more of a necessity than quality food and nutrition. Training's always been a necessity for me. I think I've always kind of trained in some form or another. Yeah, a lot of it was bad. A lot of it was just working out more and not actually training, having a plan, having a focus, having a priority, and concentrating and focusing on the training. But when I really started to dial that in, combining that with the nutrition, with the sleep, that's when everything starts to take off. And if you think of it as a necessity, how often you don't not eat, unless you're some weird faster who's always fasting and stuff like that, or religious. I mean, yeah, there's the religious people, their religions have like fasting and stuff, but that's a totally different thing. Whereas you can go a few days without food, and live. But I mean, if you want to live, to actually be alive and live, you still have to eat. You still have to drink water. You don't go days without drinking water. You don't go days without sleeping. I mean, some people need to focus on that more too, make that a priority. You don't go days without. Your job is, for most people, job and work is a necessity. You're not skipping work and just missing work. Yeah, you take vacations and stuff like that, but you don't just skip work for the sake of it. Like, but you do that with training. People do that all the time with training. Oh, I can just skip that. I don't have time for that today. Something hurts. Oh, I got a runny nose. I poop my pants. Whatever it is, you always find ways to make excuses to not train, to not exercise. I'm too old. I don't know what to do. I'm embarrassed. No, make it a necessity. Make training a priority, and that is going to help you just be consistent with it. You will have more consistency. You will actually do it, so you're not going to skip your sessions, because if you start using it as a necessity, you're probably not going to skip your sessions, which will lead to you not being overweight and lazy and not being full of aches and pains and not always using excuses and complaining of the reasons why you can't train. And you're not going to always worry about all the things that come with the poor health. So you're not going to worry about getting injured playing catch with your kid in the backyard. You're not going to worry about falling, going up the stairs. You're not going to worry about the heart disease and whatever other health concerns, the diabetes, all these things that come with being fat, being overweight, being out of shape. This thing is that a lot of people worry about now because they are unhealthy. They can't breathe. They have no energy because they aren't training. They're not exercising. They don't have it as something that is a necessary thing for them to live optimally, to thrive, and to be an athlete for life. If you want to do all those things, then make training a priority. Make it necessary that you're doing it every day. And that doesn't mean going all out, squatting your max every single day or sprinting every single day. It means just moving, in the most part, finding ways to move, meeting yourself where you're at and progressing yourself as you get better and you gain confidence and build yourself up and gain strength and speed and ranges of motion and stuff like that, and efficiency with these movements and stuff like that. So that is the key, is doing that and just getting it on the schedule. And it's something that you're not going to skip. Just like you're always eating. I mean, yes, most people need to eat better. Most people need to sleep more, but you're doing these things daily. You're drinking water daily. You have a house. You worry about your house and making payments and earning money and going to work. You're doing these things. These are necessities that you need to live, to thrive, and to have the life that you want. Why not make training part of that too? Why not make training a necessity? It's only going to benefit you. It's only going to make your life easier, better, more fun. You're going to be able to do everything you want without all this worry, all this concern about, again, the injuries, the sicknesses. Yes, these things can happen. You're not going to prevent every injury or prevent every disease. Things still happen, but you're going to give yourself the best chance to live your best life and to thrive and to be able to live a long, fun, enjoyable life and do everything in life that you really want to do. So again, training as a necessity. Start thinking of it. That's that switch, that mindset, another mindset. A lot of this stuff comes down to your mindset of how you look at things, how you perceive things, and things you take things in, and your view on things. If you start viewing training as something that you have to do, you need to do to live your best life, you're more likely to do it. And you're less likely to, you might not feel up to it every day, but once you start doing it and getting into the habit of doing it every day, boom, it becomes a habit. It becomes a behavior, and you're not even thinking about it. You wake up, you might be groggy or whatever. I don't feel like, but then you do it and you feel good and you feel more productive, like you got something done. And that's what it's all about. Again, training is a necessity if you want to live a good, quality, healthy life, if you want to be an athlete for life. So make training a necessity, and just things will start to take off. You're not going to skip the workouts. You're not going to miss the workouts. And even better, you're going to be able to do all the things in life that you want and enjoy. Maybe that's playing with the kids, again, going on vacations and taking your shirt off at the beach or the pool when you're on vacation and not being one of those people who's embarrassed to, and they have to wear a t-shirt or whatever, those swim shirts. No one wants to be that person. You're going to have energy to do everything you want throughout the day. You're not going to be tired or falling asleep at work or midday or in traffic jams and stuff like that. You're going to be more confident in yourself. Again, to take your shirt off at the beach, to wear more revealing clothing, or just confidence in general, to hold your head up high because you're not embarrassed because you're 50 pounds overweight or you don't like the way you look or the number on the scale or whatever. So you're showing your body off and being more confident when you go to a job interview or speaking in front of someone because you know you look good, which makes you feel good, which makes you play good. So that's what it's all about. You're going to look better, again, feel better. You're going to move better. If you're training properly, again, you can train like I used to, just all this heavy lifting and hit training and balls to the wall stuff and then move like crap and then be hurt all the time. But now you figure out a real plan, training like an athlete, moving like a human. That's when you start. Again, you can train, and again, part of it is getting into it and experimenting and finding what works, what doesn't work for you. But then you weed out all the crappy training, but you're still in the habit of training, so you're not training, because most stuff is better than not. Something is usually better than nothing. But again, there is some bad training out there. Again, it's about finding what works for you, because that's going to help you move better and feel better and look better. You're going to get faster, stronger, more athletic when you are training athletically like an athlete. You're sprinting, you're jumping, you're hopping, you're skipping, you're throwing, you're lifting, crawling, rolling, hanging, tumbling, all the fun stuff. Playing, that's a big part of it. And you're able, as I mentioned before, you are able to do your daily tasks with ease. You can tie your shoes without worrying about blowing out a hamstring or your low back. You're able to reach, again, the can of soup on the top shelf. You're able to climb the stairs without huffing and puffing. You're able to vacuum your house and walk around your house without having to sit down every 5 minutes to catch your breath. Those types of things. And everything else that comes with good health. You're not going to have to worry about your doctor visits and worrying about high blood pressure or what else do you look at the doctor? Even just your weight or blood glucose or diabetes, all these things that all the health concerns, all that stuff is going to be less likely. Yes, some of that stuff can still happen, but if you are fit, healthy, you're moving, you're training, you're exercising, you're eating well, you're sleeping well, a lot of that stuff is going to be negated or less likely to happen. And that's part of it, the whole reason why starting to treat your health. And again, so you can do the things in life that you love and enjoy and really want to do. Because, again, too many people just go through life. They're going through the motions. No, take training on and start making it a necessity, a priority, and focus on it. Take advantage. Don't just train to train. Don't just work out to work out. Train to get better, to do something, to have a goal in mind. Maybe that's just for that day. It's to squat a heavy weight or set a new sprint time PR in a 10-yard dash or 30-yard dash or whatever it is, or to jump higher or do more push-ups or do a push-up or do your first pull-up, whatever it is. Have a set goal and train to go after it, to get after it. Make training fun, make it enjoyable, make it tough, make it hard too, but make sure it challenges you and pushes you towards whatever your goals are, to build muscle, to burn fat. Again, a lot of this is not just going to be training. It's not going to affect that or be the only thing that factors into that. It's going to be sleep, again, nutrition, stress. But training is a big part of it. And I think once most people start getting into the routine of training and making it a priority, making it necessary in their life, they just start to feel better, and their life, they become happier, their mood's better, all the stuff, all the little things that you don't always incorporate with exercise, with training, because most people just look at it as, oh, I want to lose weight, and that's just, yes, you can lose weight, but you can also lose weight by taking a poop or peeing or cutting off a limb. Again, focus on other things, not just that. That's going to help making it a necessity easier too. So if you're focusing on building muscle or moving better or feeling better or looking better, getting stronger, getting faster, those are reasons to do it. Train is important, and make it a necessity, and that is one of the best ways to ultimately become an athlete for life. If you start thinking of training as something that you need to do to live the life you want, I think that's going to be very beneficial. So try it out. Start adding that. Start using that mindset and make training a necessity so you can ultimately become an athlete for life and live the life that you want to live and actually enjoy it. And a long, healthy, fun, enjoyable life. That's what I think most people want to do. I mean, if you want to live a long, boring, miserable life, then whatever. Don't watch this video. Don't listen to me. Do what you're doing and you're well on your way. But if you want to live the best life you can possibly, start thinking of training and start making training a necessity in your life. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that a little bit. And feel free to like, subscribe, notifications if you want. I honestly don't care about notifications. I turn all the notifications off on my phone. That's one thing that helps me in my training and in my focus. I don't have notifications, all the stuff that's bugging me all the time. So we're also addicted to phones and crap anyway. On them too much, on your computers too much. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can take something from this and use it in your life to help make training a necessity. But other than that, have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching.